Speaker, my question, why does this government place cabinet secrecy ahead of the national interest in health? Why does it place the political security of Liberal politicians ahead of the security of Canada's blood supply?
They can no longer afford.
We're supposed to enjoy our retirement. That's what we work for, and we're not enjoying our retirement.
Not any.
Coverage. Guys, thank you so much for coming on my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, hey, what's good? So guys, my channel is about being nosy. We're investigating. We're the new Marias in town. You know, we always have those neighbors in Brooklyn and New York, you know what I'm saying, always looking through the blinds, trying to see what you're doing. But when something did go down, they were always scared to talk to the cops about, oh, what are they come and kill me? So, Maria, what are you looking at? You looking through the blind, just watching me, or are you watching the neighborhood? Which one are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, Marias are never ready to testify, but they're always ready to watch. So that's me. And we're going to be the new Maria in the crew. We're going to do that now, okay? We're going to be the new Maria in society. We're going to be checking out what's going on, looking for the topics that the media is not talking about that is affecting our neighborhoods and communities and our kids. Because, you know, our kids are the first ones to be impacted. So, guys, the senior population is going to become the next big homeless population. Sorry to say it, but it's about to happen if we don't change our ways. You know what I'm saying? Is the system programming the next generation of inmates? That's the question. Is the pandemic, how did the pandemic impact people who are poor? How did it hit the poverty? You know what I'm saying? So guys, this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to be nosy. We're going to be, you know, using our right keywords and doing what the system is doing to us. So we're going to see how the system is helping us right now, because at the end of the day, people will be like, oh, you can't change the system. Why are you just worrying, wasting your energy doing this, doing that? But why is the system so afraid that we know the truth? If they was not afraid of the truth, then they wouldn't try to cover it and just be trying to, you know, stop those who are speaking the truth. So we're going to go uncover this truth, because how things are going, I mean, it's starting to seem like we're going through a revelation. So either you're going to be sleeping, now they call it woke, or you're going to be awakened. You choose, but either way, they're going to choose for you, so you might as well choose. So guys, let's take a look. Let's go, Marias. Let's go. Question is the senior citizen the next population of homeless? Because due to the inflation, I don't know what's going to go on. Most of these people who have disabilities, who are blind, who really do have a real disability, because there's a lot of people who don't have, but there's a lot of people who do have a disability, and they cannot go out there and get a job. Now they only getting $7.83 in most places, most states, you know what I'm saying, monthly. How are these people supposed to survive with this much money? You know what I'm saying? And they say that they only get $2.50 per month of food stamps. If you go to the store now, you end up leaving with like 5 or 6 items. It's already $100. You know what I'm saying? So how are these senior citizens and people with disability, how are they supposed to survive with this monthly benefit? But we're sending millions and billions of dollars to other wars and to other countries. I mean, support wars that have nothing to do with us. And why are we in wars? Why are these politicians and world leaders getting, and we're going to talk about worldwide now, why are they getting into all this beef and starting all this war and sneak attacking other people? Like, why are we doing this? Like, why? Why? You know what I'm saying? I understand there is, like, you know, people out there who have really bad intentions and need protection and security, but when you're the one creating these problems and the ones attacking people and starting beef and saying, hey, we're going to pay for these wars that have nothing to do with us, but we have senior citizens and people who are disabled in America who are getting less than $1,000 a month to survive. So how are these people supposed to survive? And where are these people supposed to go? And a lot of apartment complex. Let's go look at the next one, because this is really, really scary. Like, how are these people, and when are these people going to get an increase, and when are these benefits going to match the inflation? So how are these people supposed to survive? Where are people supposed to go live? That's the question. So let's move on and let's look at the next one, guys. Let's go, people. Let's go, Marios. We out. Guys, this is happening nationwide, statewide, all over the U.S. Residents, elderly residents are being kicked out of their apartments. They're being evicted. They're given an excuse that the apartment complex is being sold, and they have, less than 2 months, some of them, to move out, or they're not going to renew the lease because the apartment complex of the building is being sold. So now, if this apartment were low income and it was matching, the income of the Social Security, and most people like retire are making roughly less than $2,000 a month, and what I'm saying, where are these people supposed to go? Like, where are we supposed to send these people? The shelters are full. Some of them have waiting lists. So there's waiting lists on shelters. So you have to wait for a space. So where are you going to go while you wait? And these waiting lists are very long. So the question is, where are we supposed to send these people? So guys, is the elderly the next population of homeless? I mean, it's starting to seem like they are. And it's not like they could just go get a job, you know what I'm saying? That they are disabled. That's the reason why they're getting the benefit. So, and if, they do get a job and they make too much, then they don't qualify. So what if they get fired from this job? What are they supposed to rely on? So guys, there's a lot of things we're supposed to be looking into. And I know a lot of people's like, listen, I don't have time to worry about other people's problems, but this is going to happen to you one day in the future. This is going to be you one day in the future. And what's going to happen if you are one of these happen to be lucky people who don't have, in a bad way, luck, who don't have family, and where are they supposed to go live at? Are they supposed to just go pick up a sidewalk and just live there? So that's what we are doing to the elderlies, huh? We're just sending them to the sidewalk. Hey, just pick a little street over there and live there, because we're not increasing your benefits and you don't qualify. You had to make 3 or 4 times the rent to qualify. Most of the low income apartment complex are being sold nationwide, statewide. So if we're paying all these taxes and they're supposed to be helping roads and helping people in society, where is the money going, and why are we having these issues where we're having homeless people who are disabled? We have people in the streets, on the bridges. Why is this happening if we have such a great system that's here to serve and protect us? So guys, that's the question. Not even a question, it's just a fact. What are we going to do with these elderly people? Let's see. Hopefully we pray, let's pray for the best.
Economic terms can seem kind of cold when you're talking about real people, real families. And today, our Wendy Lane spoke to a single mother who has disabled kids who just had her rent go up $1,000 a month. She feels like she has nowhere to go, and unfortunately, she's not alone.
But it was part of my job.
Renee Shallin worked until the age of 72.
He motivated the whole crew.
His wife, Paula, until she was 68.
At that hotel, which was much larger.
After retiring 5 years ago, they moved to an apartment home in Spring Hill.
We moved to Florida for my health.
Paula says the warm weather helps with her arthritis.
I feel better.
This 1-bedroom apartment is where they planned to live out the rest of their days.
Over here, I'm going to put 2 palm trees.
But their slice of paradise comes at a price they can no longer afford.
We're supposed to enjoy our retirement. That's what we work for. And we're not enjoying our retirement.
Not anymore. Now they can no longer eat out, and they're forced to put groceries on credit cards because since moving in, rent is increasing by 50%.
The next year it'll be $1,600, and we can't afford that. That'll be completely out of our reach. This is my scooter.
Both now elderly.
Handicap scooter.
and facing health problems.
Takes me a little while to get my breath back.
Back to continuing to look for apartments in their price range, which don't seem to exist. And they make too much money from Social Security to live in affordable housing.
There is no help for us. There is nowhere to go.
And they know many others are facing the same problems.
Where am I going to go?
Cece Rosario also has nowhere to go. She says the rent of her 3-bedroom Carrollwood apartment is going up from $1,500 to $2,500 a month. Her landlord just gave her a 60-day eviction notice.
Many of the apartments I have applied for, they don't have nothing available. They have a waiting list.
And waiting is something the single mother of 3 can't afford to do. Her oldest son has Angelman syndrome with severe special needs.
He can't do anything on his own.
Her 10-year-old son, young Carlos, dreams of becoming a doctor to help people like his brother.
Discovering new medicine for illness. That's what
Carlos dreams of becoming a doctor to help people like his brother.
Discovering new medicine for illness. That's what I want to do.
And while he dreams of someday helping others, right now his family is in need of help themselves.
I don't even know where to go.
And many don't know where to go. That's because about 1/3 of the people living in Florida are renters. And rent has gone up about 30% in the Tampa Bay area compared to last year. Florida leading the nation in rent increases in a state that has no rent control laws.
This current situation is affecting everybody.
Everybody, including organizations who help people struggling with rent. Now they're struggling themselves, overwhelmed by the need.
Our shelters are at full capacity, and there's a multi-hundred family wait list to get into the shelters.
Metropolitan Ministries says they normally get about 150 requests for rental help each month. Now they're getting 900 requests from people who have nowhere to go.
Things are going to have to change or people can't live here.
Change like more help for the elderly who are on fixed incomes and are being priced out of their homes.
Will we be homeless?
And more help for working people and families who have nowhere to go.
Maybe I find a place to go. And I'm going to be okay, and my kids are going to be okay. What about those people out there? I'm still under a roof, but the people out there, that breaks me. And I just don't want to get there.
Wendy Lane, ABC Action News.
So guys, really quick, don't forget, this channel is about being nosy. This is for educational, entertainment purposes. I am not a specialist, so don't go say, bring this girl over here in this shadow, Maria. Keep saying Maria. Maria over here telling me to say this. No. Maria is just being nosy. She just trying to find friends to talk about. Let's talk about it. That's why we're not talking about things that really make sense. Things that's going to affect your parents. Like, you know what's this? That your mom been living in a housing apartment her whole life, and you're already struggling. You have kids, and the next thing you know, your mom is getting kicked out because they sold the property. And where your mom's going to go? Her check is not matching nothing. Your mom doesn't even have enough money to even probably take a breath right now at this moment. Look at this. 66% of the population is individually, just single people are homeless. The remaining 33 are families. So let's take a look at, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the one like, oh, politicians. But look, let's look at this. Over $800 million is going for illegal immigrants, for housing for them. So we rather house these immigrants. They are illegal. We don't know where they came from. We don't know who they are. We don't know if they're in their country, they killed a few people and they're trying to run away to this country and now they're trying to start a whole new plan again. We don't know this. We don't. We get screened for everything. So you're telling us that you rather house illegal immigrants right now, that you're allowed to come through the borders. But anyways, so that's what you're trying to do. But then when Biden is asked about what he's planning to do with the homelessness in America, he said that he has a plan, but in his plan, at least by 25%, But this is going to happen in 2025. So we have to wait for 2 years for this to happen. And we already know he's about to be, kicked out and hopefully put in prison because he belongs there. Him and his little crew of, people. But we're not going to get there now. Maria's, pay attention. So, look at this. So, then they're going to spend over $100,000. They're going to spend almost $500,000 to help to get more workers for this program of changing people's sex. So now they want to change a man to a woman. So they're willing to spend this much money, but they have a plan. They're not going to start to 2 years from now. And then they did increase the Social Security. They do have a plan. The plan is $1.4 billion. But this is not going for your parents, your grandmother, the disabled person who can't work, these people who are losing their apartments. They don't have money to even eat. They're going to have to pick a corner because there is a big waiting list. And apparently illegal immigrants come first before we the people. We the people, we come last. So who are we the people? We're not we the frees because illegal immigrants coming for us. You have a plan in 2 years. Oh, wow. And then you give $1.4 billion, but this is not going to increase your benefit. This is just to hire people because let's move on. They got some more stuff going on here, guys. I hope your coffee is nice and hot. So out of this $1.7 trillion that we got to pay, we already established it's not coming out of their pockets. These politicians half of them don't make over $200,000 a year. Everything they make is out of sponsorship, out of, hey, come hang out with me and my family. We have some gifts and presents for you. We got donations. We want to help you with your business. Hey, you want to start a business? Come join our experiment. Just to prove things work for us, So we have police officers who are making, I know police officers don't make that much money. They don't make no more than, I could say they don't make no more than $40 to go protect the streets and be actually in the streets. The, Twitter people and drug enforcement people, the ones that, just read on the screen, don't want to be, keyword and stuff like that. But you guys can see what I'm talking about. Look how much percentage is going to them. To do what? Now you just sit behind a computer, probably with a nice top and probably wearing underwears. So you're probably working from home now and just use social media, shut the people, put them in a little folder, threaten everybody, give them money on the table, pay these companies. Guys, it's all coming to the light. I mean, I don't have to be the one to be keyword because, that's what happens. But they're already spending and preparing for the future, just like Miss Hillary did in 1978 when she put money in the future. It's so weird that it had to go towards what we eat. She was funding something that's very poisonous to our food. Watch the other videos. Not telling you guys. Hint, hint. Keep watching. Because we Marias, we are all nosy. Listen, if your man's cheating on you, just call me. Just tag it because we're gonna find out. I know how to find out things. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't take me serious. I'm just here to be nosy and be I'm just a new Maria. Like I said in my other videos, why do I keep saying Maria's is because we all know, especially in New York, we always had that nosy Hispanic neighbor who was always watching out the window. And one time, guys, my house got broken into, and then she always used to tell people my business. Oh, look, she was doing this. She was out this time. Yo, what the heck? And then somebody broke into my house, and then all she said was well, they was wearing a red sweater and black, and I was she was so afraid. She's I'm not testifying because I'm scared. What if they beat me up? I was so everywhere I went, there was always a Maria because Maria was very popular, that name. In somebody's block, there's always Maria behind the blind. So we're gonna be the ones behind the blind, watching from the slavery field because, guys, we already established we in the fields. We're just in a nice different location. Hey, I'm gonna rent all this acre. So I'm gonna rent, let's say 1,000 acre of land and tell these people that they live there. But we're going to live in the good land. We're going to live in the private islands. We're going to travel. We're going to have jets. We're going to have everything. They're going to pay for everything. We're going to take long vacations. So Biden has a plan for homelessness. We already established. You've seen the video of all these people before. Where are these people going to go? Even the shelters are overwhelmed. Even the people that worked at the shelters, they are being outmatched. The ones that's supposed to be helping find a place to live for these people are needing a place to live too. So where are we people supposed to go? Everybody, just like Cali, pick a corner, get a tent, put your family in there, shut the hell up, go work. You are in the land of the free. That's where you at. Land of opportunities. So when do we get opportunities? I mean, you put us in school. That one is going to be the next conversation, so I'm not going to get there. But guys, woo, let's go, guys. Let's keep going. Keep watching. So over $700 billion went to domestic agencies. Domestic, that means not America. It went somewhere else. It went to other part of the world. And I mean, that's where our money went, or it's going. Besides, they were already owed trillions of dollars from a war that happened like almost 400 or 500 years ago. We're still paying this imaginary debt that, politician made, and they're fighting over. They show up to court, do the back and forth. But at the end of the day, I mean, who are choosing these people? We don't get to choose our own people and really fight for a real cause. But anyways, let's not get into that. Go watch the other videos, guys, because, Maria's, we could go on forever. And we don't want to do that, So let's talk about it. Right now, we have 331.9 million people in America right now, right? So what if, rather than putting our kids, which we also went through the school system, why go and learn about things that makes no sense? Whales. Why do I need to learn about whales? Why do I need to learn about sharks? I'm not going to be out there in the freaking lake or in the ocean. Why do I need to learn about fake war? Why do I need to learn about corn and things like that? And why do I need to learn about things that don't make sense? But why am I not learning about things that's going to help me and my kids be financially independent, which is going to make me a free man, and out of the fields, the cornfields that we're in, and they're telling us that we're free, but it's all about money. It depends where you live. If you don't have enough money, you're going to live in the hood. If you have no money, you're going to live under a bridge. Like these people, unfortunately, it's going to happen, because even when you go apply for assistance for a month, they start asking you a million questions, and then they make you feel guilty, and then they would deny you if you made money a year ago. If you made a lot of money a year ago, you might get denied. You might not get help for today because last year you made a lot of money. So those are the rules. They had to follow it. The system made it. We need to follow these rules, okay? So what if, rather than teaching our kids and teaching us how to be dependent on something or someone, why not teach us how to be dependent on our spiritual side and dependent on our fruit of our labor? Why buy things from internationally, and why buy things that come from like 19 companies that's owned by the biggest corporation? Why not buy things for local people so local people can make it? Why not buy candles from local candle makers? Why not go to the local market and buy local food? Why do we have to buy this food that's banned in 30 countries? That's how they do in other countries. You go to other nations, you go to the Dominican Republic, which is very poor, and you go to other places and these people are happy. You come to America, we're stressed the heck out. We need more. The more. That's how it goes. More. Everything is more money. More everything, and then things cost you to have to need more and work more and make less, but you need more and more because everything is going up. They own the land, they bring the food to us, and they monitor how much you make. Even if you steal something, they're telling you, hey, come report what you stole because we want our cut from that stolen item. I don't care if you stole it. We just want taxes. That's why when you a person or a kid or something, you get less time than selling, highness and because they didn't get their cut. So human beings are not human beings. We're legal names. That's what we are to the system. So guys, if we all went through a program, learn what we're good at least give people a head up. How are we supposed to like ever get ahead when we always in debt? Before we was born, we already born into this big debt that we don't even own, and we never even know what happened. You know what I'm saying? So what if we just teach our people? Why not give people land and just construct them a home? Look how much money is going to another domestic agencies. Look at that. We only have 7.5 billion people on Earth. Seriously. We have 7.5 million people on Earth. So are we really playing a game, or what are we playing? Are we playing what is going on? Are they playing the game and we're just the experiments? Because there's only 7.8 billion people on Earth right now, but over $5 billion went to problems that was created by man, the free. So why can just, if we stand on, guys, I just don't get it. Why are we playing these games? Why are we doing this? Why are we volunteering to play these games? These games are the stupidest game ever. Look at this. Over $500 billion went to a domestic agency. Which agency they went to? We only have 7.3 billion people on Earth. Why do we need to outnumber? This is just one agency. This is not talking about the trillions and illions and hillions, I guess. Make up names that, since they want to make up names, I guess we're going to keep on making names. So why are we playing these games? That's the question. Pick a land, guys. Just pick a land. Your grandmother, your mom, one of your family members will live in the streets. So many of them. Yeah, who knows? You're the next person. People are one paycheck away from being the next person in the streets. They have no empathy. They'll take you to court. They'll throw you out if you don't have money, and they'll rent to the next person. And that's it. Shut up. Be happy. You're in America. At least you're not in a third world country, and there's more issues that they created. Guys, lo fuimos, Maria, lo fuimos. So the question that we have to ask ourselves as a society and parents is the system raising the next generation of inmates? That's what we have to ask ourselves. Our public system, our kids in the public system are being watched, tracked, recorded, searched, and controlled like never before. For example, in Chicago, kids cannot bring their own food from home. They have to eat what they're given. And a lot of people don't know this if you don't watch my previous videos, because we're really the Marias in town. We know all the truths, We got all the gossip. So we're going to be gossiping on this channel, which is not really gossiping, it's reality. We're just the one watching and talk about things that nobody else is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're already established that over 8 million pounds of meat was recalled from our schools, our public schools. And I didn't get a note telling me this, that my kid was exposed to a contagious piece of chicken that was causing a lot of issues, just like COVID. All the same symptoms, all the same exact everything, just a different name because it happened in a different month and it came from a different company. So, different recall. So they have different names, like COVID-19. COVID-19, where did COVID-19 come from? Keep watching, go back, keywords, you know what I'm saying? So, they're being searched. These kids in Chicago can't even bring their own school lunch. What if I wanted to send my kid a nice healthy snack? You know what I'm saying? We already established in one of my videos, if you've been eating a certain meat from certain companies, you are entitled to some money because they got sued and they lost and they forgot to tell us. They put the little notice in a little tiny print of the newspaper. So we didn't see it. So guys, let's look. So in the recent 6 years period, Texas police gave about 1,000 Class C misdemeanor tickets to elementary school kids, resulting in a trip to court instead of the principal office. So rather than taking these kids to the principal office, the kids got called. They called the cops on the kids. The kids got a misdemeanor, and they had to go to court, and their parents had to pay a ticket. So I didn't know that kids could get tickets, but I guess that's what's going on in America. You know what I'm saying? They make up these rules and registrations and restrictions and all kinds of rules and everything. But who has to follow these rules? Us? Okay. Let's move on, Marias. And Joselitos. We're gonna call the guys Joselitos because Maria Joselitos, we here drinking coffee, Joselitos drinking marijuana, you know, being nosy. That's what we do now. Keep listening, guys. In North Carolina, an honor student was charged with a misdemeanor and suspended for the rest of the year when she reportedly accidentally took her father's lunch instead of her own. So you imagine, as a student, you take the wrong lunchbox, and next thing you know, you go through these scanners and they scan your kids like prisoners, because that's what happens when you go to prison. You get scanned, make sure you don't have no weapons because they might think you're a criminal and you're up to no good. So they already think our kids are up to no good, I guess, because they're in the fields, you know what I'm saying? They're not in the good communities. So anyways, I'm not getting into that right now. So she got a misdemeanor. That's crazy. Honor student. You imagine being an honor student getting a misdemeanor? That's going to really follow her for a long time because, everything follows you. Your credit, everything is put in your imaginary number that they give you. So it just follows you forever. So guys, a lot of people don't know about this little scam that went on. It was in 2008 around there. 2,400 juvies was sentenced to juvie time. And Judge Michael and Judge Mark were convicted. So what it was doing was, they was intentionally, giving your minor kids juvie, even if there was one girl who was catfishing someone, got a few years in juvie detention. And why? Was because there was a little, program going on, the Pennsylvania Child Care for profile. So that means they was getting money. They called child care. So child care is your juvenile kids because they're in a program when they get convicted. So we already agreed that in my other videos, keep watching. 13th Amendment rights don't apply to anybody who's under punishment. So if your kids are under punishment, they are under jurisdiction. Even when they were born, they're jurisdiction under the court. So you don't have no rights over your kids. So if the court want to take your kids away, they could do that. Anyways, so big scandal going on. 2,400 juvies were sentenced. One of them hung themselves. Crazy, crazy story. Look into it. It's called Cash for Kids, guys. So if a judge who is sentencing people and who is in charge for people's lives could take a few dollars from a private prison, a private child care, that's what they call it, child care, child care. So they could take some money and now your kid. So that means money is just the root. They say money is the root of all evil. Not really, because we just want money to be happy, travel the world, go to places we've never been. These people want money just because I guess they want to play the game who will play it better, because we're already established. There is 7.8 billion people on the whole planet right now. Why can't we all get at least $1 billion and we could just go mind our own business and own whatever we want and not have to kill and steal each other and rob each other? But it's a game, right? You play the game. So guys, this is how your kids are being programmed to be the next prisoners, next slaves, because we never left captivity. Hope you guys know that. Let's go, Marias. Joselitos. We out.